True statement. Alcoholism and cruise ships do not mix. Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy Jay Alexander with another Sunday edition of Ship Life Stories, where I tell you guys all about crazy, wild, and sometimes scary adventures that happened to me while I was working on cruise ships as a crew member. So in today's episode, I'm going to tell you guys another situation of a guy that got fired, and of course, it's due to drinking. Alright? So check this out. My boy Andre, which is actually a really cool guy, ended up getting fired for being drunk on the ship. Now this guy Andre is very chill, laid back, older dude. He was in his mid-30s. And honestly, when I got on ships, my first contract, he was the first guy that I ever really hung out with. I'm sure you guys, for those of you who have been, like, let's say to a new school or something like that, or your first day at college, I'm sure you've been that person that has no, like, real clique, no group. He was that guy that I was hanging out with, like, at lunch, at the crew mess, and at the crew bar when I first got there, because he was always there. Now, it didn't occur to me until maybe a couple weeks in that this guy had just a little bit of a drinking problem. This guy would drink like a fish, and I kid you not, he was drunk all the time. And I kid you not, like 24/7. Now, the thing about Andre was that he was one of those cool and composed guys that you honestly wouldn't know he was drunk if you didn't really know him. He was actually in my show. He was one of the trumpet players for the Broadway show that I did on the ship. And he was really good, you know, but to be honest, even during the show, he was just hammered. He was gone. But he was just good at what he did, and usually he was the kind of guy that kept to himself. He would, you know, come to the show, in between the break, he'd go to his room, probably go have another drink, and then come back. Now, at the crew bar, and I'm telling you, every single night, this guy would go to the crew bar and he would order the same thing. He would get a bottle of Prosecco, which was like the drink of choice at the crew bar, on my ship anyway, because we weren't allowed to have liquor. He got some signature bottle of wine. I wouldn't even say signature, it was some cheap bottle of wine. And he got a couple bottles of Corona. And he would come every day with a handful. He was a big guy, so he would carry like damn near all of it in like one hand and just like sit it on the table every night and just down all of it in one sitting. And like I said, he would do this. It was a ritual every single night. Now, you know, nobody really made a big deal about it. He had a girl or a ship bae on the ship. This girl he was seeing, she would every now and then tell him that, oh, okay, it's time to go to bed soon, or whatever the case is. He'd take his drinks, or he'd just finish them up right then and there, and he would go to bed. He wouldn't walk around the ship. He wouldn't do anything crazy so that he wouldn't get fired. But one fateful night. So here's the thing. My ship went to Bermuda regularly, and there was this bar called Horseshoe Bar right off the port. You guys ever go to Bermuda? Go ahead, check it out. It's a pretty cool spot. They actually give a pretty good discount for crew members. And he would go there. He went there, you know, every now and then when we got to Bermuda. He went there one night, of course, and got drunk. And I'm talking about like hammered, like he was done. And the thing is, I'm sure I've told you guys this before in a video. If you drink, right, the last thing you want to do is get drunk off the ship, because that's how you get caught. All right, the security, they do not hold back. They are strict as I don't know what, getting back on the ship. They think you're drunk. If you stumble, if you trip, if you fall coming back on the ship, they will probably test you. They'll take you in the room and test you and have you blow on the, do the alcohol test to see if you're drunk. If you do, there's no questions asked, you're fired. So apparently this guy comes back stumbling drunk, and you know, this is what happens, right? So surprisingly, he wasn't fired because technically he didn't have to work that next day. Now there are some gray areas, right? If you blow over and you don't have to work the next day, they'll test you again within, I think it's like 12 hours, 8 or 12 hours or something like that, right? On the cruise ship, or at least on mine, the limit is 0.005, all right, which is equivalent to like 1 or 2 beers, which isn't much, but it's just the rules. They want to make sure everybody can help out in the event of an emergency, which, to be honest with you guys, I wouldn't, because I'm completely useless. If there's an emergency on the ship, I don't care how drunk I am, I don't care if I'm completely sober, I'm taking off my name tag and I'm becoming a guest. I'm sorry, every man for himself. But anyway, guys, so this guy, he went to bed or wherever he went to go do, and he came back, and this guy still ended up blowing over 12 hours later. And he ended up getting fired, all right? So, it just goes to show you, this guy was gone. Like, I don't know how many drinks he had, but somebody told me, like, he blew like 3 times the limit or whatever the case is. Like I'm talking about land limit, whatever it is. So, you know, it became a little bit apparent, like again to me, weeks in, that this guy was indeed an alcoholic. He drank a lot. It's unfortunate, but he ended up getting fired, you know, and what he explained to me from what I heard about the guy, his alcoholism came from just him going through a lot. From what I understand, he had a decent amount of kids. I think he had like 5 kids or something like that. And he was traveling, you know, which again, I don't object to because I'm a dad and I travel for work. But I guess he had, you know, maybe some baby mama drama or whatever, which probably led to his, you know, excessive consumption of alcohol. But moral of the story, guys, if you're gonna be on the ship and you're gonna drink, which there's nothing wrong with, just control your alcohol so you don't fall off the ship or get fired if you're a crew member. Anyway, guys, that's my story for today. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Sunday. Just 2 quick announcements before I go. One, I'm gonna post a video next week, but I'm not sure exactly what day it is because of 2 reasons. One, I'm slowly moving into my new apartment, which I'm gonna start doing tomorrow, at least hopefully finish by the time I head to Europe, which is my second announcement. Wednesday, I'm going out to Europe. So if you guys haven't already, I'm gonna be doing a vlog on my other YouTube channel. I'll leave a link below. Make sure you guys follow that, Jay Alexander, that's my new YouTube channel. Follow that. You know, I'll be talking about entrepreneurship, travel advice, stuff like that, motivation. If you guys wanna see any of that, if you guys wanna follow my journey, please go ahead and follow that channel. And of course, if you guys like this story, make sure you guys like and hit that subscribe button as well for you guys that are watching the video that aren't subscribed to my channel. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. I will see you guys next week. Until then, you guys take it easy.